Hey, glad to have you here. We are going to be talking about being a Beachbody coach. So I know a lot of times people are really trying to figure out exactly what it's about. What do you actually do? Is there really any money in it? As well as, is this a pyramid scheme? And how does it all work? I'm going to show you probably a section that you've probably never seen before in a business presentation, especially around Beachbody. I'm going to show you exactly where someone lies in the whole graph and lineage of the coaching business and how much money they're making, the placement that they are, and where the people are above them, and what the money is that the people above them are making. So really, the reason why I wanted to show you that was to really just put the whole pyramid scheme deal to bed, to prove to you why that doesn't work. And I totally love these little thumbs up. So Livestream, it's so cool now because when you do the thumbs up, the hearts, the wow, or ha ha ha, you're so funny, it floats on my screen. I see it in the video. It's so cool. So totally thank you so much for saying I'm so funny. Kidding. All right, so I am totally doing a jerry-rig type of way of showing you the business because I personally just wanted to be chatting with you. I want to be able to see your conversation, so feel free to put some comments in. And I actually think I need to bring up my other phone on here because there's a glitch with the live stream that the comments don't come up real or live time. So I'm going to log into my account so that I can see your comments coming on up. But we're going to go through this right now, and I've got a monitor here. I'm going to lightly go through this presentation on a PowerPoint, but I really wanted to talk to you guys and just to go through some of it. So just to give you a quick understanding of what we're going to be covering, and again, some of the stuff might be really far away, and it's kind of no big deal because you can really look at this stuff. Can you see this? Yes, I can, Aaron. Thanks so much for letting me know that. Cool. So this is basically a quick timeline, and I know this is probably small, and it's really no big deal to really see this much, but it's just an idea sharing with you what Beachbody used to just have prior to starting the coaching network. So just in general, the majority of the people really already know what Beachbody is. They probably got a lot of these workout programs, you know, hidden on shelves and they're dusty and all. So we really don't need to educate people on what Beachbody is because a lot of times people already have the formats and the workouts and all. So the greatest part about it is because it is a household name, I don't really need to, and nobody really needs to, kind of educate or teach people about the products or the company as much, just because it's really, you know, self-explanatory when it comes to what are we actually offering and doing. But the reason why I just wanted to quick show you this far away picture, and again, this is a little far away, but it's kind of no big deal, as I said, it's just you'll see an idea, is to show you that Beachbody was actually really successful prior to starting the coaching network. They didn't start the coaching network to become a solid company. So a lot of the times, network marketing businesses, MLM businesses, they start with their network. So they start with the rep business and they put all their eggs in the basket for the network business to be what works for the company to stay alive. And that's actually not the truth with Beachbody. Fortunately, Beachbody was already a multi-million, I think like a $300 million profit company by their workout videos. A lot of them infomercials, the P90X, the Power 90, all of those were already huge and successful. And so what they were having a problem with was supporting that many people who were using their products. Thank you for coming on and also for chatting. So remember, you guys can put your questions in the comments. Anything you want to add, just feel free to put it in the comments and I can see them here and I can talk with you all live. I want to make sure you're getting what you want out of this presentation because you're spending your time here, first of all. But so Beachbody was already huge and successful, but they were having a problem supporting the customers that were using their products. And what was naturally happening was there was people out there who were already having great success with the products. We're just naturally helping people on these message boards and really just supporting people through the workouts and giving them tips and all. And I myself was one of those people. So around 2005, I was working at that time for fitness celebrity Chalene Johnson. And so I was working for her fitness company, certifying people for her workout, Turbo Kick. That was the time that she went and created Turbo Jam for Beachbody. And at that time, I wasn't a coach. I wasn't a coach back then. There was no coaching network back then. But we would just go and love on everybody who loved Turbo because our thought process was, let's get them to love Turbo more. Let's hug them and bring them into this world, because when you love what you're doing and you love the people that you're with and part of it, you're going to want to do more of it. You want to be a part of it more. So that's why we would just support people with Turbo all the time. So yes, it was a home video workout and we were live instructors, but that wasn't a big deal to us, because we wanted to support anyone, anywhere. And that's why we were doing it online on the message boards. So Beachbody has obviously grown insanely. So again, you can't even read this stuff and it doesn't make a difference. But look at all the bubbles. The reason why this company is amazing is because they created the coaching network to help support people already successful with their products and their business. They don't need the coaching network to be a solid profit company. They could still be alive without it. But it's like, why not pay back the people who are already helping a lot of other people with our programs? Why don't we give them kind of a cut of the business, if that makes sense? And so now the reason why this company is just so solid is they don't just rely on the products that they've had. They know that they have to keep coming out with new products because there's so many different types of people that need support. We can't expect everyone can do Turbo Jam or everyone can do P90X. We can't. So the greatest part is they keep coming out with new workout programs that will really anyone can do. Anyone of any state, wherever they are in life, there's a workout program for them, including the nutritional side of it all. So we're just going to go into this a little bit. I'm just going to cover some of the things here, what a coach is exactly, and again, this stuff you don't really need to see. It's just more for me. I just want to stay in connection with you guys. How do you make money? How can you fit this in your current schedule and lifestyle? How can you do it from your phone? How much time is required? Do you have to do a lot of selling? Do you have to push sales? Do you have to target your friends and your family? And what's a typical day in the life look like? And really, what's possible to achieve if you are a Beachbody coach? Now, this again is just quick and easy for you to see, but this is a timeline of Team Beachbody's revenue growth. And they are, I don't know what the year is, but this says 900 million. So this is 900 million. It's a 54% growth year over year. So I don't know exactly what year this is, but I know we were at 400,000 when it was 2008. And that's when I joined as a coach. So I joined in 2008. But obviously, this is picture perfect, drool over network marketing business. So this is what network marketing companies, MLMs, drool over for this growth of a company. And we're like, we get to be a part of it. And you get paid for it too. So obviously there's a ton of benefits for being a coach. And I'm not going to really go into all of them because there's really a lot. But if you look at the whole big picture of it all, it's really surrounding yourself again with like-minded people who really like to help other people, who like to live a happier, healthier, more fit, younger. Because, when you're fit, you're healthy, you feel younger, you just feel all around better, but also just like improving their life, improving it in multiple ways, improving it by having more control over your time, being able to spend time with the people that you want, be it your family, your friends, having more money, just enjoying life more, because we just don't know when our time is up. We don't know when our time is up. And my philosophy is I just cannot stand being in a position where I'm not in control of my time and have to go and do a job that I was not happy in doing. So I'm going to give you a little bit of insight about me and kind of where I came from. But realistically, just this slide here is saying, you don't need to be a pro in knowing how to use social media, how to present the business. You don't even need to do stuff like this because you've got other people like me who already have been doing it and can effectively do that for you as you're building your business. So you don't need to know all the presentation skills. You don't need to know all the products. You don't need to be a fitness professional. You don't need to have any of that. Really, all you have to just want to be, the first priority is, do you have a desire to be healthier, fit, a more enjoyable person? Do you want to be a more enjoyable person to be around? That's really kind of it in a nutshell. That's a cornerstone of it all. If that's first priority, then you have the options to help other people and help other people improve their life and also to make money. These are options that's available to you. And also, if you already like Beachbody's products, the discount is just, good to get anyway. So even if you just like using their products and you always we're going to buy them anyway. It's good just to get the discount. So I'm going to go through and again just show you a little bit of an example of me. And you can't really see this. This is a big old fat picture of myself. But to give you kind of a nutshell of where I was in the juncture of deciding if I was going to be a coach or not. So I'm a fitness professional, and again, not necessary to be a fitness professional, but that's just me. I actually have a medical background, so I used to do x-ray. I used to be in radiography and digital sales and applications. That was my career, and I would travel a ton, really hating it because I was constantly on the road, every state, countries, every week. I basically packed a suitcase and I would not unpack that suitcase and I'd use the same clothes again, different underwear, to go to the next state and next hospital to go and do trainings because the people there didn't know what I wore last week, so I would really just use the same clothes all over again and I couldn't stand it. That was my life. The fun part of my life, though, for those moments where I was home, I was a fitness instructor. And I was also then, as I said, working for Chalene Johnson, doing certifications for her company. That was like my outlet, my release, because I just loved bringing joy to people, and especially in fitness. Personally, for me, if I had the choice not to work out, I will not work out. I don't love working out. I've just built such accountability and married it into my life and my roots that it makes me do it. Because I won't choose to work out if I didn't really have to. But I'll give you kind of the quick fast forward. I was shared that this was a business opportunity in 2007. And the person that told me about it, I thought that this was stupid. I was like, I am never doing one of those network marketing businesses ever. Because I got roped into one of those pyramid schemes. I really did. I was very desperate for money in my 20s. I was only making $20,000 as an x-ray tech. And there was that magical meeting at the hotel that you just go and you're like, why am I with a big, large group of people? Okay, what's going on stage? And then they're like, give us your credit card. Okay, and I did. I had no money at all. But I got roped into putting gumball machines in doorways of businesses, and that was going to make me millions. I was like, I love gum. I will totally do this and go around and collect the coins out of the gumball machine. That's what I was planning to do. And that was about $700 on a credit card where I didn't have that money. And then I got all the audio cassettes. I went home and I didn't look into it immediately, but then a month passed and I was like, let me see what this is. And I called the company to get some help and they were gone. So that's why I was like, no, I am never going to stock product. I'm never going to force people to come to home parties. I'm never going to do a home business, ever. I was really doing a home business anyway, though, because I was in fitness and I was working for Shalene's business, promoting her company. So I was kind of already doing that, but I didn't look at it that way. So when someone told me about this business, I thought this was stupid because I was like, why do you want to pay to get discount on supplements? I could just go to GNC and get a gold card and buy it at the mall. But time passed. A year passed. So just know this. When you're either, a coach now yourself, or if you're considering to be a coach, thanks, Lisa, you don't have to expect or think that when you tell someone that they should check this out, much like some of you guys on here right now, people usually just don't immediately at the first time that they see this go, yes, sign me up. Because I didn't. I thought it was stupid. I let a year pass before I looked at it again. I didn't want anything to do with it. So usually human behavior is when you share an opportunity with someone, most of the time they're going to say no. So that's fine. And it's mostly because they want to go research. They want to stalk you a little bit and see if what you were talking about of how amazing this is actually legit, because you're going to put it all over Facebook. We all know that. But it's the same thing as when you go buy a car. You go to your first car lot. You look at the car. The salesperson comes out and tells you the price of it. And you don't immediately say, yes, let's go sign the contract right now. You put them at bay and you drive off the lot and you go to different lots to check, because that's just what we do. And that's normal. So that's okay. And it's all I know is I'm just going to tell people about it, because then I know it's at least deposited in their brain and they'll finally start looking at it. So a year later, my mentor, Chalene Johnson, unbeknownst to me and a lot of our friends and her sister and family, she was actually just stalking the company. She honestly wanted to make sure that Beachbody was serious about this side of the business, because they were serious about their home workout videos, but this part of the business back in 2007, 2006, when they started, it was brand new. They'd never done that before. So she's a business person herself, so she was just stalking them because she didn't want to recommend something to some people unless she stood behind it. So a year and a half later passed when they launched, and she then told her friends, her sister, me, everybody who worked for her, you guys totally got to check this out. And that's when I was like, what is this? And then I looked at it, I was like, oh, so we've been selling all your Turbo Jam and all those hand-weighted gloves all along for over a year and a half now and got nothing for it, but now we can? That's why we did it. So that was my initial reason of why I was doing it. Now let me go to the big story right over here. I'm just going to read these off to you so y'all know. So when I got started, it was May 31st of 2008. So I'm almost coming up to 8 years in. So I had a full-time job working for Shalene's company, which was an on-call job. It was a 24/7 job. I was managing over 60 people that worked for her, and the time that they would be able to do their job was when they had a second, and they would contact me no matter what time of day or night, and I had to be available to them. And then I had 3 part-time jobs in the fitness industry as well. My husband was laid off, so we didn't have his income. I was pregnant. I was 5 months pregnant with my second child. I already had a 1.5-year-old son, and I was pregnant. And I said I was never going to do a home business, and I was a secret yo-yo dieter. Shalene didn't know. She didn't know because I was that person, the fitness girl who doesn't like to work out and who doesn't always like to eat healthy, that I would only get into really fit shape when I was going to be working with Shalene out in California because I lived in New York. And then when I would come home from New York, I'd pack back on the 15 pounds or so because I didn't have control over that part of my life. So it was a very big yo-yo dieter. And the other side is I was burned out. With her company, I couldn't go any higher in her company. I was her national promotions director, and above me was the vice president of the company, and then Shalene and Brett, the CEO and CFO of the company. So I couldn't move any higher in her company. I would have had to go to a different, bigger box corporate position to go. So I was at the max kind of where I could go with her company. And to be very honest, it was burning me out with that repetition that we would have with the trainers and the constant availability that I had to have because I couldn't have a life. I had to be available all the time for them. So I was getting a little burned out about that. And to be very honest, even though it was a fitness job, I was only making $30,000 working for her company. I quit my medical sales job, which was over a $50,000 paying job, plus commissions on the $500,000 x-ray systems that I sold. I decided that I couldn't stand traveling anymore. I'm going to lose money. I don't care, but I'm going to go work for Shalene's company because I love her. I love the company. I love the people that's part of it. I will take that huge hit in our income. And I did. And so I was making $30,000, but there's no money in fitness. There's no money in fitness. You could teach your classes to death and you will not be rich doing it. So there's really no money in it. But you do it because you love it. So that was me. So when I first got started as a coach, pregnant and just had a baby, I couldn't use any of the nutritional products that the company had. Back in 2008, Shakeology was not out yet. Shakeology came out in 2009. So I couldn't take the vitamins because I was on prenatals. And then I wasn't drinking any of their whey proteins or any of the protein bars because I was pregnant. So all I could really do was recommend people buy the hand-weighted gloves and help people virtually with the workout programs. That's really all I could do in the beginning. And I was one of those snob fitness people. So here's the real deal. Here's the secret. I was a snob fitness instructor that I would never, ever trust my workout to a workout video because I thought videos sucked. They all sucked. I would only trust going to the gym to get a real workout. So I really didn't know a lot about Beachbody and all the products that they had, except for Turbo Jam. I believed in Turbo Jam because I was the live instructor. So I was fine with that, and I promoted the heck out of that. I didn't know Power 90 or Yoga Booty Ballet. I didn't know any of that stuff back then. I just promoted what I knew, and I supported what I loved. That was it. And so when I got started, I had the baby, had my daughter, and it was time to lose the baby weight. And you can't see it, but that's the fat self of me. And not being one to like to exercise, I hated it. I hated being fat. putting on my clothes that didn't fit in the rolls coming over, and taking these pictures. I wouldn't even let my closest friends see these bad pictures of me. Even when I was in like a positive movement of losing the weight, I just did not want anyone to see me. I felt disgusting. But honestly, by deciding to be a coach, when it was May 2008, I had my daughter October of 2008. I couldn't start losing the weight though until about January, because I'm a C-section person. I've had 2 C-sections. And then when my daughter turned 8 weeks old, when I had my clearance to go start working out again, she developed a respiratory virus called RSV, and we were rushed to the hospital because she was dying. And I had to live in the hospital with her for 2 weeks. So I couldn't work out. How could I even think about working out when I'm in a hospital with my daughter there? Couldn't even hold her. So I couldn't really start my journey until January. And then that stress of having a baby that almost died, and then being fat and feeling horrible. I didn't want to do it. But because I was a coach, and I knew if I just tell people I'm doing it, I'll have to do it. That's it. At that time, Chalene Extreme, the weightlifting program, came out. So I just told people on social media, on Facebook, wherever I was, I'm going to do this 90-day program to get this baby weight off. I'm going to take pictures along the way, and I'm going to share with you my journey. And I did. It sucked so bad. Hated it. Couldn't stand it. I would do the math of how long I would not have to work out, because the first videos were only 32 minutes long. I would do the math of, well, the warm-up's really not hard, so that's only like 2 to 3 minutes. So the actual workout was only about 28 minutes. Like, I was doing the math because I hated it so bad. But it took me 120 days to finish that 90-day program. And I just kept putting it online. That was it. So I just stayed as visible as possible. And now the rest of the journey of how have I gotten control over my yo-yo is because I keep putting my fitness out there. That's it. So people wonder, do I want to become famous with my little workout videos that I put on my like page? No. Poke me in the eyes if someone says, do you want to have your own workout video line? No, I don't. I don't want to do that. I do that because the first priority is it keeps me more accountable. Because if I'm putting up content that a lot of people like, they like fitness stuff, and they're going to look for it, that then makes me feel obligated to film those videos and take pictures and put it out there for people, which keeps me more accountable to staying on my journey. So I use that as a platform to stay stronger in my fitness. So with all of that, let's move a little bit quicker. So I was able to make this work by fitting it in when the babies were sleeping. I had my son in childcare, like a preschool, 3 days a week for half days, so I fit it in there. Then when everybody was in bed, I would fit it in there. I'm a night owl, so I'd stay up till like 1 or 2 in the morning, and I would just study everything I could. I wouldn't study the products, because again, that stuff is no big deal. I would study, how can I help people develop confidence? How can I help people know how to lead other people towards success? How can I help my leaders become leaders? I was constantly watching webinars and motivational training. I was just in learning mode as much as I could. And I did it on my phone, which I think was a BlackBerry back then, back when 12-second TV was out, and I would film little 12-second videos. I did it on social media, on MySpace, and YouTube. That's where I was pretty much growing. I didn't join Facebook until 2009. I mean, check it out. Facebook will tell you when I joined. But I just kept focusing on improving me. That's it. I didn't care about reaching a certain rank because I didn't know what that meant. I had no idea what ranks meant. I didn't care about doing every workout program because, I'm sorry, I didn't want to do Power 90. I didn't want to do Yoga Booty Ballet. I didn't want to do those. I love my Turbo. I love Chalene Extreme. I mean, it helped me with the baby weight. So I just focused on me and then helping other people that wanted to be helped. That's all I did. And I helped my leaders do the exact same thing. That's all we were focusing on in the beginning, is really just to focus on our priority for ourselves. And all of it worked. You can't see it, but this is, I moved from New York to Texas because after being really successful in this business and we started to make a pretty decent income, I think I hit my first million at about 3 years in or so. And my husband was a CIO, so a Chief Information Officer. That was his dream job that he had worked, that he wanted so bad. In 2011, he had no idea how successful I was because we had separate bank accounts. We had the joint bill paying bank account, but we had separate ones. And he wanted nothing to do with this Beachbody business. He said, I don't want nothing to do with it. He seriously did not, because he just thought it was another fitness thing that I was adding on my plate that I was going to give all my time for and not make anything for it. I was like, okay. So really, for 2.5 years of me building this business, he had no idea what I was making. And one day I gave him a check. It was probably like a $30 check that I got from Shalene's company for something. And I said, can you just go deposit this? And he got the ATM slip. And that was where things changed. He's like, what is this? Because to be very honest, I grew up really poor. I'm from a small town, had no money at all. And I really had to work my butt off to scrape any money in all my adult life. And so when I finally started to get money, I just wanted to hoard it. And that's why I wanted the numbers to climb and climb. So I didn't know what to do with investing. I didn't know any of that stuff. So there was hundreds of thousands of dollars in my bank account, and he didn't know what to do. And he's like, we got to invest in this. So that's why he decided he had to pay attention, because I don't like numbers. I'm not that girl. I like the fun side, this stuff, the talking side. And so that's where he finally quit his job. And he does this alongside with me. We're, different parts of this cog in the wheel. We're home with our 2 kids. We have a huge house. Life is good. Why am I so emotional tonight? Seriously, this is wacko. Like, I must be pregnant. No, I'm not pregnant. But we have an amazing life. We're present with our kids. Our 10-year-old son, 7-year-old daughter. We all do Taekwondo. We're present in their life. We go take them to school. We can do whatever we want with them. We take vacations. We just took the most expensive vacation ever in our life. For spring break. We would have never done that. So frivolously stupid money. But we said, let's just do it. We want to. And we can. So life has been amazing to be able to do this. And my team is platinum presenters. And in the course of it all, here we are, April of 2016. I'm at 7.5, 8 years in. And I decided to join. So it started with me. So it's going to start with you. You're going to be person number 1 in your business. It will. It will grow as long as you grow. It's not going to be easy. You just have to decide you want to do it and put the work in. I worked my butt off. It wouldn't be this successful. I wouldn't be a multimillionaire now. I wouldn't have a ton of 5, 6 people that are personally sponsored with me that are multimillionaires as well. I wouldn't have a ton of millionaires. I wouldn't have 6-figure earners if I didn't decide. If I didn't decide to start, by me deciding to start is the catalyst of changing all of those other people's lives. They would not have been multimillionaires themselves. They would not, because I decided, and then they decided, and then other people decided. This whole chain effect. And so 7.5 years later, I have almost 200,000 people on my team. My team that started with 1. Like, that's crazy stuff. It's going to start with you. And it can get that ridiculous, insane, crazy town large. It can. At my own conference, I was like, we're freaking awesome. Let's have our own conference and let's showcase the amazing skills that are on our team. It's called the Platinum Edge. So my husband and I host it every year in Dallas, Texas. That's where we live now. And it's amazing. It's been fun. Yes, and we're going to be talking about Erin. Shanta's on here too. She's another life transformation that I should talk about. So who else achieves this? Obviously, I'm going to focus on Erin Goodman-Ferner. She's on here now. I'm going to talk about her. But our team has the most amount of multimillionaires, millionaires, top achieving coaches, which is called 15-Star Diamond, Team Platinum Presenters Organization. And I just wanted to make sure that, this is actually wrong. So we're at 200,000 and it's just almost at 8 years in. But we've decided that we want to line ourselves up with other people who are like us, who see the vision, that aren't, old school, just business network marketing, pushing for sales, because that's not this company. This company doesn't push sales. You think that that's what you have to do, but you don't. You really only want to help people who want to be helped, and they're going to buy the stuff anyway, because they're going to be falling asleep on the couch and waking up at 2 a.m. and buying 21-day fix anyway. They do. So this is just like, you find your tribe, you find your peeps, and it feels good. And it's so good to go to events and everybody is joyful and supportive and cheering you on, and then it starts to translate off into your life, your family around you, and your social media feed. It's just, you start to really draw in. It's an energetic, magnetic thing. What you put out it's going to come back an insane amount. So a lot of other people, I'm going to just go through what does a coach really do, is they first focus on making sure, and you can't see this, but I'm just going to read it to you, that you focus on commitment and living a healthy lifestyle. So you do put priority now in making sure that you are working out and that you're choosing good foods for the majority of the time. I'm not perfect, and I never claim to be perfect with my workouts or my nutrition. My weight fluctuates a little bit, but not like it used to. It's now in control, and I'm happy, and I live a very happier life. I'm not hiding in big clothes, because when I was trying to lose the weight, I had a newborn, I had a 1.5-year-old son. I didn't want to go to the gym. I was embarrassed to go to the gym. I was fat. The fitness instructor was fat. And if I can't bring my baby to the gym, because I can't. When you have a newborn, you can't bring the baby to the gym. So if I can't bring my baby to the gym, how am I going to work out? How am I going to lose this weight? I don't like to run. Running hurts when you're heavier. It does. And when you're pregnant, your joints and everything hurts again. Everything hurts. So I had no choice but to do workout videos to lose the weight, because I couldn't go to the gym. And that's what you want to focus on, is put or exercise and nutrition as a priority. You focus on inspiring and supporting other people who want the help. So the thing is that you're not going out and trying to push people to buy products, or you better lose weight, because you know what? I've got people that are very close to me in my life that I really wish, like I pray to God, that they finally will decide to live a healthier lifestyle, lose the weight. I mean, they're my own family. I wish they would get healthy. I want them to live a healthier lifestyle. I can't make them. I can be that example, though. That's all I know. I'm always going to be the example, that I'm going to just keep pushing forward and keep doing the best I can. Because eventually, people will decide that they're fed up with the way their life is going, how they're feeling, and they want to make a change. They need to make that decision. I can't make someone by selling them a product. I want to align people up with the best tools because they want to make change. And I'm just going to support them through it. So you don't need to be a pro at this. You don't need to know all the workouts. You're not a nutritionist. You're not a personal trainer. You're not a fitness instructor. And technically, you're not a fitness coach. You're not. So if you're deciding to be a Beachbody coach, you're not a life coach, a fitness coach. You're not. Not unless you formally have gone through those trainings and certifications or licenses or degrees. So there are people who are, but don't think you have to be. You are just a pillar of support, inspiration, and leading people to the tools. That's all you really are. And your extra skills that you have in your life by your professional development and whatever careers you've had before, you can bring all those skills in and develop you, your team, and the people that you're working with a lot more. Okay? So you're going to help people by leading them through some accountability groups, some social media. You're really going to focus on the type of content that you put out. It's not going to be negative, drama-filled. I really don't think that that's always a good idea. I think that it's, best that you really focus on your message, that what you put out is that going to inspire someone? Is that going to motivate someone when they wake up and they don't want to work out because they just had a baby and they're exhausted from nursing all night long and they feel horrible in their clothes and they don't want to put that tight sports bra on? But they go to Facebook, because that's what we all do the first thing in the morning, right? Is we wake up. What does Facebook say? You're clearing your eyes. This is how we all are in the morning. I can't see it. I'm blurry still. Like, do you ever do that? You're blinking like 1 billion times to try to see what Facebook said. And you're like wiping your eyes while you're lying there in bed. I know. We do. And you didn't know that someone that was just so down in the dumps or didn't want to do it today, they saw your post where you said, I didn't want to work out today, but hey, I just did 20 minutes and that was good. Your little 20 minutes, push them to decide for 20 minutes. All right? And you have the option if you want to build a team. Not everybody wants to build a business with this. Some people like to do it kind of casually, where if people want to get product from them, they at least can support them. Some people just want to be a coach so that they can get the products discounted. But some people who really want to make an income will make that decision to do it. And I've got a lot of people on my team where they didn't start building a business right out of the gate. They kind of were just a discount, you know, using the products, and that was it. They didn't really look at it for anything more. But then their life changed. Their goals changed. The people they were around changed, and they wanted more. And that's why they decided, let me look into this. So you have the option to build a team. Okay, so can you really do this? Is there a catch? You don't have to stalk your friends. You don't have to sell. So I watch a lot of business presentations, and one of my coaches, her name is Janelle Summers. She is one of the most successful coaches in the network, and even though she's my coach, I've sponsored her, she has superseded me in income and rank. So I watch a lot of her presentations, and she says something that's just so good to say. You don't have to sell. Go to my page. Go to a bunch of other, just type in Google Beachbody Coach and just start looking around. There's going to be a lot of people that do put a lot more product focus sometimes, but go to the person that you're talking with about the business, or if you're going to be talking to me, look at my stuff. Look at the feed, and you'll see that it's not about, hey, look what's on sale this month. Here we go. Here's another sale, and buy this product and that. You'll see it's about inspiration, motivation, tips, ideas, ask me for help, life. I mean, I was at the Yankees-Rangers game last night, and I'm just putting up life. It's just life. So you don't need to sell. If you're pushing sales, it doesn't work in this business. I'm going to be very honest. Those who are strong in network marketing, who jump from one business to the next, to the next, to the next, because they're always looking for that quick win one. When they push sales, it doesn't work. When you try to just pull people in just to sponsor a lot of people and not really kind of build them up to know what to do or teach them, that doesn't work. This business model for Beachbody is kind of different, and the only way I can say it, it's kind of a warm fuzzy one. So I'm sorry, it is. It's a warm fuzzy business where people just really are more of a cheerier sense, where they don't want to just push sales. Yes, we're going to make sales, but if you lead with that, it's not going to work in your favor. It really won't. You don't have to have any quotas. You don't have to have any inventory. You don't have to be an expert, and you don't need to be fit before you joined. Do you remember my story? I was pregnant, and then when I had my daughter, let me get rid of these texts. When I had rid of my daughter, I was fat. So I was a fat coach building my business, and crazy because I worked my butt off really hard. I'm very, very honest. I worked my butt to the bone in the beginning because there was no training back then. 8 years ago, there was nothing. Now, guys got it cake easy. There's so much training out there, and I'm going to talk about the type of training I offer as well, that back then there was nothing. The company didn't even have training. They didn't. It was on your own. I had to study and figure this out for myself. But when my daughter turned 1, is when I was the first person in the company to hit the maximum rank you can achieve in the company, called 15-Star Diamond Coach. I did that my first year and a half of the business, when my daughter was a newborn to her first year of age. So talk about stress of having a baby, a 1.5-year-old, a husband who is gone for 12 hours of the day, and having another full-time job, because I still worked for Shalene's company, and 3 part-time jobs, but I worked my tail off. I was not pushing for 15-Star Diamond. I was pushing to help make my leaders and other people who decided to do this be successful. And because they were successful, that just pushed me forward. That was it. I didn't force them to. They did it themselves. They did it for me without them knowing, probably. But you don't need to be a network marketer. You don't need to have any of these skills. All of this stuff is a learn as you go. Just be you. Honestly, just be you. If you try to be someone else, try to be perfect, try to be fit, try to be an expert, it's not going to translate. People will connect with you because you're just like them. And that's something that I've learned throughout the years of me developing this. When I watch my early videos, I like want to puke about them because they're so horrible. I'm like all buttoned up and serious and stuff. That's not me. And I thought that's what you had to do in this business back then. And that's not it. When you let people know that you're human, that you're real, that you're struggling, and that you talk in slang and your grammar's not always good, they'll connect with you. So just be you. And don't worry about not having many friends and followers, because you can definitely build that with focusing on positive, motivational, inspirational, helpful content online. I'm going to talk about Erin. So Erin Goodman-Ferner is a coach of my husband's, actually. So the story of Erin Goodman is that I first met her because I was working with someone that she knew. So I was working with someone, her name is Dina, and Dina wanted fitness help. So I was helping her online. Dina lived 2 hours away from me, and I was just helping her online. And so when I told Dina, you know what, you should check into coaching. And she goes, oh no, that's not for me. But I know someone who'd be perfect for this. And she recommended Erin. So I met Erin when she was actually taking a PIO certification with me, because I was a PIO certification, master trainer, presenter. And that's when I met her. She joined as a coach. I was like, well, let's just put her over in John's account. Because, you know, I put people over there to build my husband's account up to diamond at that time, but I was really focusing more so on my personal business account. And so I put her over there, still supporting her when she wanted it, but she wasn't really chugging and getting it in the beginning. She was kind of doing things a little off sometimes, like she was pushing sales. I was like, don't push sales, you don't need to, just be you. Lots of mistakes, exactly. No, you gotta make mistakes. This is the rule of thumb. There are no mistakes. You just do, and then you tweak as you go. There's no mistakes in doing this. There's none. It's amazing because all you do is do and tweak as you go. You get better. That's it. So there's no wrong. There's just a right decision that you've decided to live healthier and help other people. You can't do wrong with that. What's the worst that can happen? Like you start jamming donuts down someone's throat? Like you won't do that. Cool. Thank you guys so much. So Erin, she joined I think around 2011 and she really didn't go strong out the gate. About a year passed and then she finally started to focus. Now her story is was a probations officer for sex offenders in upstate New York's prison system. And I'm from upstate New York. Actually, she's from the hometown area of where I'm from as well. And she's younger than me though, so I didn't go to school with her. And she's younger than me. But so I only knew that that's what she was doing. She started really building a team, putting some focus and energy, and what ended up happening with her is she was able to quit her sex offender job, which to me, I'm so thankful for. My sister works in the prison system that she used to work in, as well as my brother-in-law, and my sister just tells me the nastiness that's going on in there, and I don't want that energy on me. I don't want that negativity in my life. And so I'm so thankful she got out of that. She opened up her own fitness studio, teaching group fitness classes, and she's transformed her life in the past 4 years. She's now a master trainer for Beachbody, doing the certifications for the company. And we had this discussion in September, and of course we're finishing up the year, and I don't remember the exact figure. She could probably tell you in the comments here. But she was, I think, around $250,000 for wrapping up the year. That's what she was making for 2015, was around $250,000 as a coach now. Now, I do have to let you guys know as an income disclaimer that Beachbody doesn't guarantee the income that you're going to make in this. It all is for the coach's effort that they put in. I'm going to show you exactly where Erin is in the lineage of it all so I can prove to you, those people who say pyramid scheme, that it doesn't matter where you are. It's about the effort you put in is what you're going to get out. So the effort you put in is what you're going to get out. So this is not a get-rich-quick business. It is a slow incline, just like that chart with the company. It's your effort that you put in. And I listen to many podcasts. And today, I listened to one, and you probably heard it before, but just hearing it again from someone's different voice, it rings strong. That you are only a failure when you quit. So you can't fail at this business. This business works. It doesn't work if you quit. Everything works as long as you stay in it, right? Everything works. You'll lose weight eventually, no matter if you take a year or 2 years to do it. Everything works as long as you don't quit, period. She didn't quit. And so going from, I think she was making $39,000 a year as a probations officer for sex offenders, to 3 years later, $250,000. Now, let me show you. I'm going to move the monitor so y'all can see. So I'm just going to show you exactly where she is so you can see how this works with when you decide to join. It's never too late. There's never, oh, there's too many people doing it. There's none of that. How could that even be possible? That's not even possible because I don't know the people you know. I don't live where you live. There's always people you're going to connect with that won't connect with me. You're always going to have people who are just like you that are not like me. So no, doesn't matter that there's over 400,000 Beachbody coaches. There's room for you, and there's room for your success, because it's possible. Remember where I told you I put her on my husband's account. So there's my husband's account, 3-star diamond coach. Now you've seen, the whole thing where everyone says it's a pyramid. Well, every corporate company in the world is a pyramid. So there you go. When I worked for Medical X-Ray, I had a manager, I had salespeople I had to answer to, and I was one of these podunks down on the bottom of the ladder. Here's the ranking system for Beachbody. So when you sign up, you're a coach. The first rank level you can achieve is Emerald, and that's where you then can get customers given to you. But these are the next ranks that you can move up. Now there's, multiple star diamonds. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way up to Superstar Diamond, which is 15-star diamond. So that's the rank levels. And the reason why I'm showing you that is because it's important for you to know the success levels of the different little people here on the screen. So I'm going to show you the good stuff now, the part about why it's not a pyramid scheme, how the lineup works when you sign up. And again, it doesn't matter that the company's already been running now for about 9.5 years. You still have pure opportunity to grow an insane amount of success and income, because it doesn't matter where you are. Erin signed up. We put her on my husband's business account. So let's go there. So if we're looking at this right here, this is my husband's account, John Dwyer. This is the pyramid. All of these little X bodies are people who canceled. And I'm going to tell you this. When we initially started, I signed up a lot of people that we didn't effectively, know how to train yet, or they didn't see the vision, or they thought this was a get-rich-quick business. So some of these people in the very beginning of signing up and building up my husband's account canceled. So that's what the X bodies are. So now this person right here is a diamond coach. So again, just to reiterate, these are the rank levels of how you grow: coach, emerald, ruby, diamond, to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way up to 15-star diamond. This is a diamond coach here. Here's a 1-star diamond coach. This person's an emerald coach. Over here is a 2-star diamond coach. Let's keep going. Do you see how big this is getting now? Look at over here. This person is an emerald coach. This person's just active, using the product. This person's not active, not using anything. So you can see here, in this whole lineup, there's an emerald coach up here. What I'm going to do is show you how far down Erin is. I'm still traveling down. Do you see there's an emerald coach right here? This is an inactive coach. This is a person that just uses the product. These people have canceled. This is another inactive coach. There's more canceled. Ooh, there's a 1-star diamond coach. Oh, there's the 8-star diamond coach. She's way down there. Way down there. So let me back this out so you can see how big this graph is. Do you see what I'm saying? It doesn't matter where you are. This is my husband. This is a diamond coach. This is a 1-star diamond coach. So this coach down here is a 1-star diamond coach. And here's Erin, way down here, 8-star diamond coach. So 8-star is definitely greater than 1. My 7-year-old could tell you. 8-star is definitely better than this emerald up here. 8-star is definitely more than an active coach who just uses the products. So do you think because she's down here, everything her effort is doing is paying this person that canceled, this inactive person that canceled, this active person who just uses Shakeology, and this emerald person who just has 2 people sponsored on their business, and then this emerald, and then that diamond, makes all these people rich because it's a pyramid scheme? Do you think that's what happens? Well, technically that's what they say pyramid schemes are, but no, none of this is. This active coach right here makes $0. Obviously, these canceled people make nothing. This inactive coach here makes nothing. This emerald coach up here probably makes $14 every couple weeks in team bonus because of all the volume that builds by the activity of some of the people that are doing business. So Erin, here's her breakdown, is right here. Here's her husband. And that's her, the upline coach is 1-star diamond. That's how it's set up. So even though she's way the heck down here, do you want to know what she's moving towards making now? Again, all income is by the efforts of the coach. This 8-star diamond, Erin Goodman-Ferner, is on target to make over $400,000 this year. Do you want to know how much this little emerald coach will make? Will she make a cut of hers? $400,000? Will she make 100? No. She makes only what she worked for. That's it. That's the greatest part of this business model. Because of the volume and effort that she's going to be building, if this person built, they would take advantage of it and they would be able to use the volume of product to be able to make money. But because they're not growing their business, they're not going to really make much of anything. So that is the biggest difference that a lot of people have a misconception for. Here's the final other thing I want to just share with y'all, because I know this is always a big question. Will I make money off of what you sell? So if you sign up with me and then you go sell product, will I make money off of that? I don't make commissions off of what you sell. I don't make commissions off of what you buy yourself. I don't. What happens is what you sell or what you buy banks in the legs, so the volume of the product being sold. And every week, the volume is calculated, and if there's a certain amount of volume collected, we all then get team volume cycle bonuses. So we'll get a bonus depending on how big we built our business. So this diamond coach will get a certain amount of money per cycle, and this emerald coach will get a certain amount. So it's all dependent on the effort you put in and the amount of money in success that you can build. So that was my biggest reason why I needed to show you this, because it doesn't matter how long this business has been running. Erin is right here. She's down here with this big red arrow, way the heck down, of my husband's business center. And my husband's business center is buried in mine, because I'm obviously sponsored above him. So that's the biggest thing I really want you to see. And I'm just going to finish up the rest of the presentation this way, since it's a little bit clearer this way. So really, this is what we're focusing on as we're growing this business, is we focus on fitness, nutrition, peer support, and we definitely get rewards and benefits for it. So I'm a firm believer in not pushing Band-Aids. I don't think that there should be a magical pill or some, some shot you do or whatever it is to fix the weight problem or, problem with your career and all. It is always about surrounding yourself with the right environment that has all the puzzle pieces. Because if any of these were missing, then you can't be as successful in this business without that. You need all of these things. So to finish and wrap this up, obviously there's a lot of rewards and all that you can earn with the company. You can get free trips. You get, gifts given to you, and they reward you. Again, I don't need to go into a lot of that stuff. But I'm going to talk about the training real quick, just to make sure that you know that you are completely supported. Obviously, the company now has a very solid training system. Since it's been around for over 9 years, they have a complete training system in your coach office. So because you would be a coach, you actually get all the website hosted for you, done for you. You don't need to create a website. You don't need to purchase any of that stuff. It's all done for you and supported for you. And that's what the monthly service fee pays for. It pays for the customer service. It pays for shipping. It pays for inventory. It pays for anything that we don't need to deal with, because we'll have Beachbody do it for us. And what I want you to know about what I do. So my team, again, is Platinum Presenters. And again, my just by nature is I'm a teacher by nature. And I can't help but try to help people with their problems. And sometimes I just boss people around too quickly with it, but I just really want people to get quicker success. And so what I just do without thinking is constantly create training for people. So the good news is that if you're deciding to join with me as a coach, I obviously am going to be your personal mentor. So the person that you're speaking to about coaching is the person that is going to be your personal mentor and direct trainer. So I get a lot of times people who join my team of 200,000 people, and they private message me and say, okay, I signed up with Joe Smith, I'm ready to be trained. It's like, yikes, just because I'm the team founder doesn't mean I have to train all 7,000 people that we sign on our team every week, because we sign about 6,000 to 7,000 new coaches on our team per week. So I can't personally train 6,000 or 7,000 people per week. No, I have to give priority to my personal coaches. So the people who are specifically choosing me to be their mentor and trainer and to be available to them to move them towards success, that's who I personally give all of my time to, my phone time to, and all of that. Now, I do support my team, of course, because how could it be successful? And I want everything to be easy, template, turnkey, super simple. And so what I have is 2 sites. One, I created a training suite for my personal coaches. It's called Platinum Presenters Training Academy. And what my coaches do is they log in, and it's a step-by-step, day-by-day training system that moves them through exactly what they need to know, only for what they need to know right now. I'm a firm believer in don't put more in your head than you need to know right now. And so I have my own training suite for my personal coaches. It does have a little bit more bells and whistles because it's my personal coaches. I need to shower them with more training and more gifts and more recognition. Of course, I need to do that. So I do spoil my personal coaches more with training and with rewards and bonuses and gifts and trips and stuff like that. Of course, that's my team. But I also want to support your team. So if you are joining our team, either with myself or someone within the Team Platinum Presenters organization, there is a training suite called Platinum Presenters University that they would have access to, as well as yourself. And it's a complete, again, day-by-day training system, giving you everything you need to be able to grow your business at whatever point you're in at the business. So if you're just brand new and you don't even know how to use Facebook, we figured it out for you. In the 8 years we've been doing this business, we have figured it out, and we are passing it on. We are big time sharers on this team. We really want as many people to be as successful as possible. So I don't think that there ever has to be a concern about not getting support. Just make sure, my biggest advice is, do not join randomly. Do not join randomly and wait for Beachbody to assign a coach to you. Choose your coach. Your sponsor coach is going to be the person you join with, and you can't change that coach unless you cancel and wait for 6 months. So just be sure that you're choosing someone that matches your goal, your direction, and how you feel connected with the business. So again, I always suggest that you do your homework. So your options are a choice of, you could choose to be a coach, and also you can move on to becoming a customer. The greatest part is when you are joining as a coach, they have these challenge pack bundles where they package together the workout program. The #1 continuity product out of the company is Shakeology, and also free access to the club membership, which gives you on demand, and that's Beachbody On Demand. Excuse me, where you can log in and do any of the workouts, all streaming online for a month for free. You only have the opportunity to get that discounted package one time. And so when you're joining as a coach, if you get that package, you don't have to pay for it. It's free. So that's the best decision that you want to choose, is get a challenge pack. That's just my best advice. Do you need to? Nope, you don't need to. If by chance you decide, I just want to get Shakeology only, you still do need to pay the $40 join fee, because the basic get started fee, buy nothing, is $39.95. So can you join and just pay $39.95? 100%. And boom, you've got a business. But if you want to take opportunity to get the packages that are discounted for the products for the one-time option, you've got these choices here. You can get a fitness program, or you can get Shakeology. But if you did decide you were going to get Shakeology only, this total price is the same total price as one of the discounted challenge pack that they have for $140. It's the same exact price. I would still get the challenge pack because you're going to get the on demand for free. All right. And again, your $15.95 covers a lot. A lot of people always wonder, what's this monthly business service fee? This fee starts the second month of your coaching career. So your first month, you don't pay it. But the second month it starts. So it supports all the media promotion and brand awareness. It supports all your personal websites that you have, your business office for your coach website, it focuses on product warehousing, customer service, technical support, marketing, communications, training, success and demand. That's a magazine that you can use for professional growth development. If you just want to stay as a customer, same thing. You could still get a challenge pack. You could still get Shakeology and a fitness program. And if you decide that you want to upgrade and become a coach, you still then can join as a coach later for free, but I believe it's only a 30-day window. Don't quote me on that because I don't pay attention to every little detail because it's not important. But I think if this is up your alley, you definitely want to do it. So my suggestion in telling you, kind of thinking of what's next, let me flip this back around and see if I can get a light back on me. I don't even know if I can or can't. Your decision with getting started really is about what do you really see for yourself and then in your next direction. Really, that's the nuts and bolts of it all. And I know this was probably the worst presentation in the world. I had good ideas. They don't always work, and that's fine. You know what? It's not going to be perfect. It's always going to be a work in progress, and that's all you need to know. You're always a work in progress. So if you want to have me as your personal coach and you're not working with a coach right now, you can email me. You can email me at contactchristined@gmail.com, or you can just go fill out thecoachedge.com. It's just basically a information form where I can reach out to you and talk to you further about it. It's not a sign up to be a coach, because I don't want you to sign up until I talk with you, because I want to make sure you're making the best decision. And if you are going to get a product, I want to make sure that you get the right product. But if you are working with someone else, please make sure you reach back to them. And again, always advise you to choose your coach, research your coach. Don't just choose someone blindly, because you don't want the company to randomly decide your future. You want to be sure that you are lining yourself up with the right person that's going to allow you to lead towards that direction. Thank you guys. Appreciate y'all very much. Bye-bye.